This is Hidden Killers Week in Review.
A look back at the most prolific stories of the week.
You're listening to the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski.
Featuring attorney, guest, and former felony prosecutor Eric Fadis.
The Suitcase murderer, Sarah Boone, is her name. She's the woman who got drunk with her boyfriend and then put him in a suitcase and, well, passed out. That's her story. He dies. And now she's gone through 8 attorneys, 8 public defenders who all say there's nothing we can do to help this woman because she's not cooperative at all. Joining me to discuss, Eric Fadis, defense attorney, former prosecutor. Let's just start on that note. 8 public defenders, and now the judge is saying, guess what? You get to defend yourself now because we're running out. Number one, can the judge do that? And what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, anytime a potential client comes to me and they say, hey, I had an attorney, but I dumped him and whatever, that's a red flag. Here we've got 8 red flags of law professionals that could not work with this person. And so, yes, once you get to that point, the judge can say, hey, we've given you enough chances. We've given you opportunity to have counsel, and you've essentially forfeited that right. And now you've got to go it alone.
Everyone, of course, is entitled to a defense, but if you're going to reject all of them, does that create appellate issues, though, down the road of arguing I didn't get adequate defense?
You have a right to counsel, but as with any right, there are limitations with that. Mm-hmm. And so, you get a free attorney if you're indigent or in custody, like Ms. Boone, with the public defender's office. And then it's sometimes hard to even get a second one. A lot of people go to the judge and complain, hey, I don't like my first public defender. And the judge usually says, hey, you're entitled to have counsel, but you can't just choose whoever you want unless you hire a private professional.
Mm-hmm. This is her letter that she's put out. It looks like a circus poster from like 1898. Inmate seeks attorney looking for a prosperous challenge. Ready for your close-up on national television. Are you zealous with a side of keen? Are you salivating here, Eric? Do you think this would be a great one? Show the world who you are with your original creativity, extraordinary expertise, confident ingenuity, qualifications must include, and it just goes on. I've never seen anything like this. I'm guessing you probably haven't either. But she's also written, 50-some page letters to the judge, going off on how unhappy she is with the defenders that she's been given. Let's take a look here at actually one of those defenders that went to the judge and said, yeah, this is not going to work.
But one thing I want to caution you about, if this becomes a problem on another court-appointed attorney, I'm going to look more closely at what the alleged disputes are. You have a right to a court-appointed lawyer. There are certain decisions a defendant gets to make in the defense of their case that are absolutely theirs, such as whether they go to trial or not, such as whether they testify or not. But there are many decisions in a case that a lawyer gets to make. And while you certainly have a right to consult with your lawyer and discuss with your lawyer, they don't automatically just do whatever you say. They use their professional judgment and experience and look at the evidence, look at the law, and do the best they can.
And this is what happened right prior to that with the
Judge. The letters that have been coming to Your Honor, the derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
What do you do in that situation? I mean, what should she? I mean, obviously take a defender at some point, but it's so bizarre. I mean, is this the strategy that she's doing? Is this basically, I'm just going to never get a defender and keep trying to run the clock out?
It could be, and in custody defendants do that from time to time and try to play that card, and ultimately the judge shuts them down in every case that I've seen. And so I'm surprised she's gone through 8 so far. That's remarkable. But it's not going to be unlimited. And that judge, I got the impression that he's going to put a stop to this at some point soon, and it sounds like he has by forcing Sarah Boone to represent herself, at least at this stage.
And this is ultimately what it's all about. This is the video of that she took herself. This is the damning piece of evidence, which is going to get her in jail or prison for the rest of her life, or for however long it is. This is the suitcase. Let's take a look.
For everything you've done to me,
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me,
Sarah.
F*** you.
Sarah.
F*** you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do and you choke me.
Sarah.
Doesn't appear to understand the gravity of the situation by any means.
No, it's really kind of chilling how blasé she is about her partner suffocating to death in front of her eyes and pleading for help. And she's laughing at times and really a bizarre presentation and demeanor.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to watch. What's your thought? Is she going to end up getting an attorney at some point? Is somebody going to jump on this, on the big letter going, this is my opportunity for the world? Or are we going to watch, a crazy case here where someone is trying to defend themselves that has obviously no clue what the hell they're doing?
Her solicitation letter there is not overly enticing to, I think, any attorney I know. But I think she has to get an attorney. She's got no chance by herself, especially with this damning evidence. Now, there are potential angles that an attorney might consider there that she might just not know about. And so she's shooting herself in the foot by not being copacetic, at least with legal counsel. Maybe it's best for the world that she does what she does, so she doesn't get out and she doesn't find some angle where she can be free. Her stupidity, it might just, save someone else's life from encountering hers at some point in time.
Want more of the podcast without the ads?
Then hit subscribe to the True Crime Today Premium Plus channel on Apple Podcasts.
Try it now for 3 days, absolutely free.
You'll get access to all of our extended advance ad-free episodes instantly.
So you can binge without the break. True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Search and subscribe now on Apple Podcasts.